Hey there, alchemists. I today am going to be showing you quickly how to do some stretching and folding, or at least the way I'm doing stretching and folding with my sourdough bread. Because when you're stretching and folding, you're actually creating these networks, especially if you're working with wheat, these gluten strands. You can combine them and work them out in a way that they become stronger and stronger. If you have really weak gluten strands, those bubbles just fly out. And if you work them and stretch them and fold them, kind of like having a workout, then you have really strong and tight networks where those bubbles don't fly out of the bread and you get sort of a pancake bread. So I'm just going to show you what I'm up to, what am I doing, and of course you can see a lot more on our online courses on the Sourdough Online Academy at ediblealchemyacademy.com, and see more stretching and folding, see a lot more recipes like crackers and the sourdough bread itself. But just wanted to give you a little sneak peek of what's going on in the kitchen today. So I'll move you down here, and we got a bit of a bigger loaf than usual. After my recipe, I have about 300 grams flour. This one has 900, so I kind of like tripled it. So I've just allowed it to auto-lees, which means I combined. Some people auto-lees only flour, water, then add the sourdough. But this, what I'm doing here, I have the flour, water, and the sourdough together. Allowed it for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes to rest, so that all that liquid can be absorbed by this new flour. So it's pretty gummy. I have two kinds of wheat flour, kind of like a whole wheat type 1050 and more of a whiter flour type 550. So stretching, I'm not punching it down. A lot of people punch their bread. I'm just stretching, folding, stretching, folding. You can really see, sometimes I even put my finger like in between the fold so I know that I have a fold. I'm not squishing it in any way, stretching and folding. Got some vibrations on the counter here. So I'm just stretching and folding. And here I'm just building it up. It's kind of like the bread's workout. Otherwise I haven't really played with it too much. Basically just mixed up my sourdough, my flour, and my water together and allowed it to rest. And now I'm going for this workout. And right now it's a bit shaggy. You can see that here. But the more I play with it, or the more I stretch it and fold it, it's going to get softer and softer and softer. And I also want to add the salt. I haven't even added salt yet because you know how salt pulls water out, and right now we want the water to go in. So after this I can add the salt, or I could add raisins and thyme and all those other ingredients. But first, just allow that flour to be one with the water and the sourdough. It's pretty much two ingredients. And the yeast, of course, comes from the sourdough culture and from the air and from our environment. There we go. Now you got this like tight ball. I'm going to allow it to bench rest or tuck in. Here, this is a drag. Have my hands at the bottom, not lifting them up, just dragging them. And it sort of turns on itself. And that's creating a tighter skin. And I'll let it sit like that. And it's going to eventually sort of flatten out. And then I'll do some more stretching and folding again. And tighten it up again. Give it a couple workouts. Throw it in the rising basket, throw it in the fridge, allow that to rise there. Next day, you have a beautiful bread. So that's just what's going on right now, and thought I would give you a little update, see what is going on the counter here in the private kitchen of Edible Alchemy. Of course, if you want to know more and you want to see more, check out our online courses. I'm there showing you from start to finish recipes, etc., etc. So enjoy, happy baking.